Hi there, I'm TeslaEarl on Instagram, TeslaEarl on YouTube. Please hit subscribe. Thank you. So, the CEO of a company I do business with is giving me a meeting in Los Angeles, and normally I would fly there. But now I have a Tesla Model 3. I've got some free supercharging miles, and but I live in Winnipeg. It's one of the coldest cities in the world, and electric cars do not perform as well in winter. So the question is it possible to drive from Winnipeg to Los Angeles in January and make my CEO meeting on time? Okay, so here's the plan. I want to avoid crossing the mountains in the wintertime. I want to avoid snow. And so from Winnipeg, that means going straight south. Grand Forks, Fargo, Minneapolis, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, and then straight west from there through Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, and Los Angeles, and to make my meeting on time at the Beverly Hilton. Okay, goodbye Winnipeg. Minus 28 or something. It's once it gets below minus 20, it doesn't really make much difference. It's just freaking cold. But here we are. Goodbye. I don't know if you can see the Winnipeg sign. How about if I flip around? Okay, yeah, there we go. See you later, Winnipeg. Adios. So leaving Winnipeg and heading straight south, there's 4 superchargers that are not yet active. So Pembina, North Dakota, Grand Forks, Fargo, Alexandria, Minnesota, before hitting the first active one in St. Cloud. So that makes it pretty tough. So as I'm driving south from Winnipeg towards Grand Forks, my first destination, it starts to become pretty clear that in this extreme cold, what would normally be a pretty easy hop at officially 233 kilometers, and my car is supposed to have 500 kilometers range, it looks like I'm losing close to 50 to 60%, which is ouch. So I stopped in Morris, Manitoba for 2 hours at level 2 charging at a Tim Hortons, and so when I reached Grand Forks, I had just 10% battery. Oh shit. I wake up in the morning, go for breakfast, and the newspaper says a blizzard is coming on the weekend. It's Friday, so I make my way over from Grand Forks to Fargo, and well, actually, the blizzard's already arrived. I'm like, shit. Man, it's cold. I don't know. This is blizzard-like conditions. It probably doesn't look as bad on here than it really is, but if you're out on the highway, it would be a complete whiteout. So now I have to overnight in Fargo. All highways in all directions are closed, and but when I get up in the morning on Saturday, the highway towards Minneapolis is open. The blizzard has let off, but so I'm coming up on something. It's hard to tell what's going on yet, but I'm being careful, and sure enough, it's like the whole lane is completely blown in with snow. And of course, that's when some pass me. This could have turned out really bad, like deep ditch on the right, deep ditch on the left, or I could have spun and hit that guy. Like, fuck. This trip was pretty tough. You know, whiteout conditions once in a while. The Tesla performed really well. I gotta say, every once in a while, you could feel the car shimmy a bit, and all you gotta do is let off the pedal. The regenerative braking, basically slows down all 4 wheels at the same time, and so like look at the highway. Like, wow, it's just basically the entire state of Minnesota had black ice on all the roads. It was just crazy. There's a UPS truck, a big semi truck, over and over again, like cars in the ditch, trucks in the ditch. But the Tesla performed really well. Alright, so thanks for checking out the first video. So there you have it. I made it through a blizzard. That's the first stage, and towards my trip to getting to California, I got to get there on time. And this surviving the blizzard was a big deal. Maybe I should have just flown, but traveling by Tesla, this is a big test, and there's still more to come. So come back, click subscribe on YouTube, click subscribe on Instagram, and thank you. See you again.